here first. Bitcoin is going to zero. Zero. When it comes out, zero.
Hello guys, welcome again, new live stream. So let's talk about Bitcoin. So honestly, I was expecting Bitcoin will actually could drop because actually I was expecting to see a drop this week, but actually Bitcoin is doing very well. Let me show you something. I was looking for a potential sell signal forming here this weekend, but instead the slope of Bitcoin in 1-day chart actually is still good. As you can see here, Bitcoin is still to the upside and it's still bullish in 1-day chart. Of course, the entry in 1-day chart is too late right now. Here is actually the entry was here. I was in long position from $38,600, something like that, around here, and I closed my position around this area. Now the next trade is coming. In 4-hour chart, I am in long position right now at $32,000, $42,700. And why? Because, well, after I saw the invalidation here in this with the sell signal and volatility very small, as you can see here, is contracting here with this indicator. Actually, I'm going to explain because it's one of the new indicators I'm going to use in this live stream. Also, it's going to be available well, after this live stream, actually, it's going to be available for all of you guys, so you can use it. And also in the next section of this live stream, I'm going to explain how to use it. So as you can see here, volatility is contracting here for Bitcoin in 1-day chart. So, well, every time when we see this kind of volatility, we can expect actually a decent move. In this case, this is still to the upside. Let me tell you why. Because in 4-hour chart, in 4-hour chart, as you can see here, we have the 4-hour chart buy signal here, volatility. Sorry, let me fix this. Yes, here we have volatility here. Contracted here, as you can see here, volatility contracting here for our chart. And Bitcoin right now, well, is bouncing here with volatility extremely contracted here in 4-hour chart. We have this volatility indicator, of course, is also blue, and also this one. The last time when we saw this volatility was in January last month. Almost 2 weeks ago, and after that what happened? Massive, I mean, well, a nice bounce in 4-hour chart, right? So what I'm expecting right now, actually, I'm expecting a bounce. Looking for continuation. Honestly, I think $43,500 is not gonna hold. I mean, it's not gonna be resistance anymore. I think Bitcoin will bounce. This area resistance, as you can see here. So any close above $43,400, 500, you will see an extension to 46,000. Actually, that is the area I am looking for the next resistance in short term. Let me show you here. As you can see here, we have the volume profile here. It is in this area. This is the support and resistance right now. As you can see, Bitcoin is bouncing from here, and the next resistance is in this area, just in this price action here. As you can see here, is this area around $46,000. That is the area actually I will start looking for continuation. I am not looking for new highs, don't get me wrong. This is just sideways in macro scale. This is just sideways. For example, in 1-day chart, this is just sideways, a choppy market, something like this, right? So we have the high here, and we have something like this, right? So Bitcoin is gonna be in sideways for the next 2-3 months. That is, but well, I am trading right now, looking for continuation. But there is something very interesting right now happening right now in 2-day chart and 3-day chart. Let me show you here. 2-day chart. Actually, very interesting here. Bitcoin is printing a buy signal here into the chart. Well, some rejection here. We have rejection here in OBB. But remember, as long as OBB is above the zero line, it's still bullish. I mean, the volume is not the best, but, well, it's still there, right? So any close, let me see here. Yeah, any close tomorrow, actually, in the next 24 hours, above $43,500. I can tell you right now, in the long term, I'm expecting $47,000 into the chart. 3-day chart, let me show you something very interesting here. Bitcoin is about to print a new 3-day chart, a new 3-day, 3-day chart, a buy signal here. Now, Another test maybe to 47, 48, potentially yes. I am not looking for new highs, as I said before. Not now, because I respect the macro time frame. The macro time frame is telling me in weekly chart, this is just sideways here. Let me show you here. This is just sideways here, sideways, at least for the next 2 months, 2 or 3 months, where the top is around 49, 48, and the bottom is 39. So as you can see here, $10,000 range. Actually, I'm expecting Bitcoin to just play ping pong here the next 2 3 months, doing something like this, right? Doing something like this the next 2 3 months. So that's why the only thing I'm doing right now is just trading the macro range. $10,000 range actually is very good. Now let's continue with the monthly. We have here the monthly close. Let me show you here what this candle actually is telling me right now. It's an indecision candle here. So I usually, when I see these kind of things, it's just sideways here, but the volatility is actually finally, let me see, volatility here is still contracting here. So in some point we will see a signal here, but I think it's gonna take a couple months. So as you can see here, Bitcoin is, if we use just this area for support and resistance, let me show you here. We have here the major support of Bitcoin is around this area, around, well, we said before, right, around 20K. The second area is around 30K, and well, actually the bottom here around $25,000, $26,000. And the next resistance is actually here, as you can see here, this resistance, right? So above $50,000, you will see actually new highs. So, but if we study what happened with Bitcoin before and after the halving, actually, usually Bitcoin likes to stay in sideways for the next 6 months. For example, the halving was around here. I can't remember very well exactly, but I remember it was in sideways here and correction, and after that massive run. So something like that I'm expecting again. Like we will see just sideways here, sideways, maybe correction here, sideways here, and after the halving, finally another 2 3 months, and after that we will see continuation. I'm still bullish. Yes, I'm bullish in the long term for Bitcoin, but as I said before, I would not buy right now Bitcoin. No. I need to wait for a decent pullback. So as you can see here, when the chart is still to the upside, yes, to the chart, yes, still they are good. Honestly, I was expecting with this close, a close below $22,200. I was expecting honestly a bull trap, but looks like right now, actually no, it's looking like Bitcoin this is a small consolidation for continuation. So if you are very bullish here, you want to see candles closing about $45,000. If we see, for example, Bitcoin pumping right now here, and after that stay here in sideways here, and you see volatility expanding here, well, potentially we could see new highs, maybe yes, but as I said before, I think the top of the market is already in. Just Bitcoin is in sideways, and just we will see massive range in the next 2 3 months, something like this. $10,000 bounce. We use the traditional technical analysis, like I am pretty sure this is a channel, yeah, something like that. Let me show you here. Parallel channels, when the top is here and the bottom is here, and the top is this one. As you can see here, this is the middle line. Well, parallel channels, I don't use them, but well, people like to see patterns, right? So as you can see here in the middle line, this is resistance. Of course, if you're looking for trades right now in one day chart, this is a very bad setup, right? Because if you apply this, you enter a long position right now here looking for 1 day buy signal. As I said before, the buy signal was here, yeah, here, actually no. So if you want to trade this in 1 day chart, let me be clear. I am trading this in 4-hour chart. Okay, the next 24 hours, maximum 48 hours, I will close my position. That's the thing, right? I will do it here. If you want to trade this, for example, your stop loss is going to be very bad, around 10%. Or if you want to enter in short, it's going to be very bad as well. So that's why I don't like to trade here. There is no trade right now in 1 day chart. In 4-hour chart, yes. In 4-hour chart, yes. And looks like into our chart we will potentially have a better divergence forming here, something like this, right? Something like this, right? Where we will see something like this, and in some point here we will have a sell signal in one day chart as well. So right now it's looking good. Volatility contracted here, as you can see here into our chart. Also in the new indicator here, yeah, in the indicator, as you can see here, volatility actually is very, very low. So this is something very interesting. Bitcoin is getting ready for the next 10% move, I think. Could be the top of the range, maybe yes, $48,000, $49,000. New highs, I don't know. Now, let me tell you something. If we have a bull trap here, any close below $42,000. $42,000, yes, it's gonna be a bull trap. For now, I am in long position right now here. I am in long around here, $42,750 around here. Yes, and I protected just my entry. If Bitcoin drops, I don't care. Just I will be stopped in my entry point, and that's it. Okay, so let's continue. One thing. All this week, I'm gonna start releasing indicators all this week. So today, I'm gonna release this new indicator, and the next live stream, I'm gonna show you the next indicator and so on. In total, there are 3. So I hope you like them. I have some issues with some of them because backtesting was not possible in TradingView. Now everything is working, looks like, right? So I will show you why I am building more indicators, because always I am trying to improve my system of trading. That's the goal. Always I'm trying to improve. So let me 1 second. Okay, so let me show you here for Bitcoin, as I said before, in short term, right? I want to be very clear. Is like this, right? To the upside here. Please, don't get me wrong. This is 4-hour chart, okay? Max, technically speaking, in 4-hour chart should be around $43,500. Around here, this area is the area like potentially is the area to take profits in 4-hour chart. In my case, I'm gonna just protect my entry, and let's see if today chart and 3-day chart will play. I want to see. Technically speaking, in 1-day chart, the buy signal was here, okay, in 1-day chart. So you are thinking to open long position right now here is too late, okay? It's too late, okay? So now let's continue with the stock market, because actually the stock market is very, very interesting right now here. Actually is doing something very interesting right now. Many, how can I say this? You know, the economy, right? Layoffs everywhere. But when I see the market, actually is very good. Netflix with new highs, actually Meta new highs, I think Nvidia new highs. I think they are making a lot of money. So that's why when people say, the economy is very bad, so the stock market should be bad. No, actually, no. Every time when we have something very bad in the economy, actually the stock market actually is doing very well, very, very well. Remember the coronavirus? Everything was very bad, but we have a very strong rally for Bitcoin and also the stock market, right? So that's why I don't follow news. Someone asked me, hey, we have to follow. No, I mean, no, thank you. No, thanks. I mean, if you can make profits following news, maybe you know Elon Musk, maybe, and he can tell you like, hey, I'm gonna tweet about Doge or Tesla in 2 days. Maybe you can buy, because yes, guys like him, he can manipulate the markets. As you can see here in 1-day chart, we have 1, 2, 3 strikes of better variance. Of course, in some point this is gonna drop, but the ADX is positive here, and also let me guess here, weekly chart is still bullish. Yes, it's still bullish. So it's very, 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 very difficult here. I mean, actually for me, this is very difficult. I mean, I don't have like a very strong setup to open shorts. I know some of you are open short. You want to open short right now because everything is gonna crash. No, I don't actually, at least all this year, I don't have a strong setup to say, everything is gonna crash. No, I think 2024, everything should be green, and everything you see a drop is gonna be a buy opportunity, honestly. As you can see here, there is no resistance here. There is no resistance here. The sky is the limit here. Technically, it's new high, yes. So it's not very smart opening shorts. If you want to open shorts, especially in the stock market, like we know forever and ever has been in uptrend, I will be just careful. It's safer just buy the pullbacks and just ride the trend. That's it. So if you insist you want to open a short position here, this thing is very, very strong. I am pretty sure it's using the MA21 as support, as you can see here. Of course, there is a better variance, yes, but don't get me wrong, this is gonna be better variance, yes. You can expect a pullback to maximum 4,700, yes, but even with that, it's gonna just test the previous high here, and because there is no better variance right now here. Of course, we will see a sell signal soon, a sell signal here, but the worst scenario is just sideways for maybe 3-4 months. But crash? No, I don't think so. The only way I can start looking for maybe a major drop is if I see the monthly sell signal. Why? Because according to this chart, we have a monthly variance forming. But remember, this chart is for at least 1 year. So from this point and this point, around 1 year, 1 year and a half, something like that. So it's going to take time. So that's why I will be very careful shorting the market right now. In my case, if I short the market, just in very short time frames, and also I protect my entry. Yeah, but I mean, as soon as I am in profit, I just protect my entry because I know I am fighting against the trend. So right now, it's still good. I mean, it's still good, and don't get me wrong, it's toppy. Yes, I mean, like it's very like in few weeks, this is it could like break down. Yes. But that drop is gonna be a buy, honestly, for me, at least for me, right? Okay, so let's continue. I want to show you something. For example, if we see Tesla, Netflix, right? Netflix actually is doing something very interesting here. Netflix, let me show you here. We have the monthly here. The monthly, even with the potential sell signal forming here, this thing is testing the major resistance, as you can see here. You might remember last year when I said in 2022, 2 years ago. Yeah, 1 year and a half, right? And I said, hey, this is a lifetime opportunity for Meta and Tesla. And you see, I was right? Okay, yeah, good. The target was the MI55 around this area, and that's it. This is extra here. So, but if we study Meta, for example, I know the layoffs, right? Oh my God. My guess is like just they are doing this because they want to make profits. That's it, maximize profits. It's not like they don't have money. Of course, they have money. As you can see here, they are making a lot of money right now. So layoffs and that kind of stuff is just, part of the game as usual. Yeah. Okay, as you can see here, ADX positive here in monthly. This thing is gonna break. Actually, if we use just simple Nostradamus technical analysis, it's not technical, just Nostradamus TA. For example, if we use like, for example, here, as you can see here, the 6.18 is 569, an extension to 1000. Potentially, yes, actually, because there is no resistance right now for Meta. As you can see here, there is nothing here. If you see something like this, please don't do it. Don't open shorts. Wait for the very strong setup here because there is no resistance. Don't repeat the same mistake like Bitcoin shorting when Bitcoin was at 20K because, it's resistance. No, it's not resistance. 20K was not resistance. No. The resistance for Bitcoin was at 14K, 15K, that area. Yeah. And as you can see, after that Bitcoin broke 20K, nothing stopped Bitcoin just was pumping for 6 months. So that's why I will be very careful here. I think on 2024 is gonna be green. Yes, at least another, maybe actually the rest of the year. Yes, 2025. I mean, maybe I'm talking too much, but this is more long term. But honestly, I think this is gonna do something very interesting. This is not a popular opinion, but it is gonna do something like this. So this is like this, okay? So in some point, this curve is gonna reverse in 2025, 2026. I will be very happy to shorting Bitcoin again. I hope you will be here with me, and we will short Bitcoin for another 2 years. I think same thing I did here in 2021. From 2021 to 2023, yes, I was shorting Bitcoin for almost 2 years, actually 1 year and a half. So But right now, at least this year, it's to the upside. Every pullback, major pullback, for example, weekly sell signal, for me, is going to be a buy opportunity. It's going to take time, yes. Now, let's continue here with the weekly chart, weekly close. As you can see here, we have the dots. As you can see here, is the whole moving average. I don't use it for trading, but there is just one signal actually I like to follow, especially when it's in an uptrend, downtrend. As you can see here, for example, here, right, in 2021, when you have the dots here, and finally you have the first red dot. After that, we have around 2-3 months sideways downside. Now, Bitcoin with this close, this is the first close of Bitcoin with the dot red, as you can see here, this weekend. With this weekly close. So what I'm looking right now is like, yeah, maximum 44, 45, or maybe even more, but rejection. So we will see maybe even 46, something like that. And after that, rejection. And something I would like to see is Bitcoin just continuation here sideways and eventually a drop, testing the 55 around here. And after that, continuation here, my friend, here. This move is the move I am waiting for the next bull market. Okay, that's the move. I'm waiting. I am waiting for two moves right now. Okay, let me explain, because someone is asking me, hey, what could happen if Bitcoin actually is not correcting, right? It's not dropping. I will miss the bull market. Let me explain. The first scenario is this one, right? Sideways here and drop here, something that usually I'm expecting here, and after that, continuation, right? This is the wave I am looking for in the bull market. But the second scenario is like Bitcoin is just in sideways for many months, around 5-6 months. 5-6 months, just doing this. And actually, it's going to be very good. Why? Because in some point, Bitcoin is going to could reset actually the weekly chart, something like this. Right? If you see, for example, in March, April, May, something like that, another buy signal here, well, my friend, I couldn't buy at 25K. I couldn't buy there. I would have to buy at 40K. But from here, yes, potentially we will see $75,000, $80,000, something like that. So that they are two scenarios. The worst scenario right now, of course, is for Bitcoin. If it's in sideways here, I think the only concern I have for Bitcoin, as I said before, is the monthly. I mean, the close is very good. It's not rejection, very nice. But eventually we will see something like this, right? We will have a sell signal in the monthly, but I think it's going to take months. So that's why we have to wait. Okay, so let's continue. I'm going to continue with the comments. Hello, how are you? Okay. As I said before, I have right now, time is very important. In 4-hour chart is to the upside, okay? To the upside, yes, the first target is $43,500. If this area breaks, you will see your target around $46,000 is gonna be the next area. But you have to see the break of $43,500. And the only thing I'm doing right now, because actually I'm in long as well, I just protected my entry. If it can crash from here, I don't care. Yeah, I will just get stopped, but I will not lose anything. So let's talk about. There is one altcoin I want to talk. It's very actually some people they were asking me about Link. Link suddenly is bullish. Link wow to the moon now in social media. Blah blah blah. Now what is this? Okay. Link, even with the sell signal here, yes, in curve, remember, we have here volume very healthier. What I said before a long time ago, Link actually this is massive consolidation here, and volume actually is very good, I am not expecting a crash. Now it's continuation. Now the next resistance here should be around $25-26 around here. And from there, I mean, for me, I will never buy this thing. Not never, never. Just this is a resistance in the long term. I'm looking for around 25, 27, and from there, in the next major pullback, I mean, talking about weekly chart. I mean, the next major correction, something like this, right? Something like this. yes, potentially I will just continue the trend because this is trend reversal. Actually, this thing is reversing the trend. Let me show you something else. Volume. I mean, I have a rule, right? I don't buy any altcoin or any coin, actually, any asset, if I see weekly chart like this, right? Because yes, now new high, perfect. Now if link is around $30, you will see a wonderful better variance, right? Something like this in some point, maybe in 3 months. So I am not very happy with that kind of setups. In my case, I'm very happy buying around here. In this case, around was $6, but in 2023, last year. So in my case, I didn't buy some altcoins. I bought just 2 or 3, and actually I'm waiting for the pullback, for all the market in some point in a couple of months, I think. But I said before, pullback, not crash. I am not calling for any crash. I'm not calling, oh, Bitcoin is gonna, no. If we will see a correction, and that correction is the buy, I'm saying. So, but we will have to wait. Some altcoins, they are doing very good. For example, Ethereum Classic, well, it was not very good. But you can see the many altcoins. For example, here we have sell signal forming here. Litecoin will sell signal still there. Neo will sell signal here. AVAX will sell signal. So the time we will have to wait maybe a couple months to start thinking to buy. If I have to buy Ethereum Classic at $24, $25, I will do it only if my system is telling me to buy there, not before. Okay. So let's talk about. Okay, let's continue with some comments. Okay, you want to see currencies. Okay. Before I want to see Dixie, because I'm very curious what is happening with Dixie right now. Weekly chart, we have a buy signal. This is to the upside. Remember what I said before. Careful with this, because if you, in your country, I'm in Japan, it doesn't matter, right? But if your country has a codependency with the dollar, get ready, because your currency, poly paper, is going to be more available to you than your currency. Yeah. All this year, I think, is going to be very bad for other currencies. So we have a buy signal here in weekly chart, as you can see here. This is going to test 106, and potential continuation. And why? Because of this. My concern is not the weekly chart. My concern is the monthly. The monthly, we have a potential. Yeah, we have a buy signal forming right now. I am very bullish in the dollar. Technically speaking, this should be bad for Bitcoin. Yes, that's why I'm not expecting new highs. I am expecting a correction the next 2-3 months. We have a buy signal here. If we just back test a little bit, right? In the monthly, what happened before? Well, actually, my system actually works, right? As you can see here. So, as you can see here, since 2011, we have sideways, right? You can say sideways, maybe, no, actually from this point and this point, it was good, actually, as you can see here. And after that, every time when we have the buy signal in the monthly, we have a massive run to the upside from this point and this point, this point and this point, and this point and this point, and this point and this point. And what do you think is going to happen here? Yeah, the monthly is going to be like this, okay? So get ready. I would suggest, I am not a financial advisor, but learn about investing, because our currencies in the world is just, the value is going to be just garbage. And let me show you, before I continue with the comments, I'm going to show you, for example, the Japanese yen. Why I'm saying this is because of this. Let me show you here. Where is the Japanese yen? 1 second. Okay, as you can see here, we have we will see a new high, and it's gonna be terrible for this country. Yeah, as you can see here, we will see. I'm gonna use my crystal ball here, right? Crystal ball. As you can see here, we will have a better divergence here in the monthly this year. So what is it telling me? Well, you will see a new highs, where the next target, it should be 160, around that area, 160 around this area. So it's gonna be bad. And why? Because volume is very healthy. Let me show you here. Volume is very healthy. We don't have better variance in volume. So this thing is doing very well. Weekly chart, we have a fresh buy, well, not fresh, like in January, 2 weeks ago, we have a buy signal here. This is to the upside, right? When my target is around 160. And actually, if we study a little bit more this chart, the next target, yeah, 160, but this is not resistance. This is not resistance. In the long term, very bad news. If you are living in Japan, 200 is my target. I know, sounds crazy, right? But, well, I think Japan is not gonna be a developed country anymore. Maybe. Okay, so let's continue. This is an example. What if is Japan, right? Like, Japan is actually quite good. It's supposed to be like it's a developed country. Now imagine you are living in a developing country and you have this codependency with the dollar, right? So something interesting or something very bad could happen to your currency in the country you are living. So that's why it's be careful, yeah. Learn about investing. And well, it's gonna be tough, I think, this year for many people. Okay, so let's continue. I'm gonna continue with, use the, let me see. Okay, this one is, okay, good. So this one is okay. Let me see here. In the monthly, we have a buy signal, very bad for this thing because let me see. Okay, let me see weekly chart. Okay, buy signal here. Okay, 1-day chart and 4-hour chart. Okay, in 1-day chart, this is in downtrend, right? This is in downtrend, testing the 55 to keep falling, right? Instead, it's just doing sideways here. Okay, so in the next buy signal, I will suggest, I'm not a financial advisor, right? But wait for the next buy signal here. Yes, but if you see is doing just sideways, in the next buy signal, this thing is gonna break. And why it's gonna break is because weekly chart, we have a buy signal, and also monthly with this close, we have a monthly buy signal forming. So you can expect in the long term around 0.94 cents in the long term. Now let's talk about the short term. 4-hour chart, let me see here. In 4-hour chart, if you're trading 4-hour chart, this is resistance, right? I will just wait for the next sell signal here and maybe open a short, but I know when the chart is weekly chart or monthly, I don't know. In my case, I prefer playing with the macro signal. If I know weekly chart and 1-day chart is doing very well, in this case, I will not open a short, just I will wait for the next pullback, and in the next 4-hour chart, I will buy again. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, this one, same thing. Yeah, let me see, weekly chart. Weekly chart, we have potential buy signal here, looking for 1.37 in the long term, and 1-day chart. Well, it's doing very well, as you can see here. The target also always my technical analysis testing the 55 to keep falling, right? But this one, as you can see, it's testing settle line here and bouncing here. So this is gonna break the MI55, something like this, a breakout. Potentially you will see around 0.37. So I will suggest to do the same thing, right? Wait for the next buy signal in 4-hour chart and respect the macro signals. Okay, so let's see. Okay, the new indicators. Let me see. Okay, okay, let's talk about the new indicators because I think it's time because, well, now 37 minutes of this live stream. Okay, so first of all here, let me explain why I built this indicator. Well, first of all is because I've been using this. I started using this volatility indicator for maybe many years, like maybe 5 years. It's very good, yes, very powerful, yes, but I realized I missed many entries. Of course, I prefer quality than quantity, yes, but as you can see here, for example, from this point, this signal and this signal, we have to wait around 1 month, and from this signal and this signal, we have to wait 2 months. So I was looking for something a little more reactive, yes. and precise. So what I did is very simple, and this is not a secret. I mean, this is not. Oh my God, my indicator is secret. It's a secret. No, let me show you. Bolivar bands. My indicator is based on Bolivar bands. And what is doing this? Okay, what is doing this? First of all, here you need to know how to trade with Bolivar bands. At least the rules you shouldn't follow, because many people they trade like based on what the rules, right, are like normal rules for Bolivar bands. One moment. Okay, so the idea is very simple. My indicator is trying to identify, is looking for periods when the volatility is extremely low in Bolivar bands. For example, here, when you see the Bolivar bands, the top and the bottom, take almost flat like this, this is telling you the price is contracting. Okay, so my job as a trader is I need to anticipate an explosive move. Always I say that. Many people they enter here, yeah, or breakout traders they enter here, but in the process they can they get wrecked many times, right? So because they are this is a breakout, this is a breakout, this is a breakout, this is a breakout, and they lose everything. So in my case, I decided to long time ago to say, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna just trade when I see low volatility. Okay, so as you can see here, we have the bands actually they are almost flat, as you can see here. So we can expect in some point, of course, you have to apply your system of trading, whatever you're using, MACD, RSI, whatever you're using. But if you know the volatility is contracting in this period, right? You have to get ready because the next big move is coming. So after that, what happened, right? And now we have another volatility here when the bands are contracted here. And after that, what happened? We have volatility, you see? Maybe for you it's small, but actually it's not, because this is 1-day chart. Let me show you here. It's around 15% move. It's a lot. It's a lot, actually. If you are in 3x or 5x, you can make actually 35, 40%, 50% profits here if you know what you are doing, actually. But let me show you, there are many examples here. For example, here we have another period of low volatility. We have another period of low volatility. We have another period, and let me here another period of low volatility here. So my indicator is looking for this scenario. Okay, if I show you here volatility, very low volatility. You see? Sorry. Let me fix this. Yeah, as you can see here, low volatility is here, low volatility. Low volatility here, low volatility. You see? So my indicator is gonna tell you when the big move is coming. It's your job to say, well, it's to the upside or to the downside, okay? But my indicator is gonna help you to say, oh, you know what? Something huge is coming, because if you see something like this in weekly chart, you can expect 20,000, 30,000 the next bull market. If you see that in monthly, imagine, right? It's gonna be 1 year of profits. So now, there are some indicators, right? Actually, there is an indicator in TradingView. Is Bolivar bands, I think. Is Bolivar bands? Okay, yes, this one. As you can see, it's Bolivar bands with, yes, sorry, is this one. The problem with this indicator here, well, like many other indicators, is the scale. Yeah, so the scale, for example, here you see this one, this number from 0 to minus 0.05 is gonna be different. It depends of the time frame. For example, you see 1 hour chart is gonna be different. If you see 4 hour chart is gonna be different. The scale is gonna be different always. That's a big problem. Yeah, big problem. Many indicators, I mean, the original calculation, they have this problem. So what I did is I normalize the values here. The values here inspired by the RSI. So it doesn't matter the time frame you're watching, always you will see a number you will understand. Okay, you will understand this. Now, that's why I don't use this one, and I use this one because the scaling, and also I can apply some rules here. So because this indicator is inspired by the RSI, we can apply some principles of the RSI. Let me show you here. Let me show you here. If we apply the 50 rule here, every time when we see this indicator above the 50, we can expect the volatility is expanding, and the move actually is the asset is moving. In this case, for example, in this period, right? In this period here, what happened? Volatility, and after a massive run, yeah. And here again, volatility here, and here again, massive. It was a correction. Let me show you here with more details here because it's too small. Okay, yeah. So you see here in this period, yeah, when the volatility is expanding here, you can see the Bollinger bands are contracting here, the bands, and after that you can expect a massive run. So what is the difference between if you are actually using my indicator like curve, right, with volatility here blue? Both are very good. But if you wanna trade a little bit more often, well, this indicator is gonna help you a lot, okay? Because with this indicator you will find more entries. Let me show you here in 4-hour chart. For example, we have one entry, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, around here 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, around 9, 10 entries. So we can do the same thing in 1-day chart. Let me show you here in 1-day chart. When actually I found in higher time frame volatility, I mean, using low volatility is actually more important. Let me show you here. Every time we have a 1-day chart volatility contraction here, yes, the run is actually very impressive. You see, every time we have a contraction here, the run is very impressive. Yeah, 15-20%. Yeah, bounce. As you can see here, this one, for example, maybe you say, but it's not a lot. Actually, yes, it is, because it was sideways and dropping. As you can see here, from this point and this point, it was around 20%. So now, if we do the same thing in weekly chart, is actually when actually is very interesting here, because I want to remove the Bollinger band here, the indicator, and let me show you. Every time when Bitcoin in weekly chart with the volatility is extremely low in the blue zone, right, in this zone, right, is when actually if you have a good system of trading, right, because it doesn't matter, you don't have a good system of trading, maybe you can get wrecked very bad. Oh, one moment. Every time when we have this weekly, I really hate this of trading view. They move the icons here in the middle, and it's super annoying. Before they were around here, and now it's super annoying because every time if I am not careful here, I am pressing the buttons here, and trading view is doing weird things. Well, never mind. So you can see here, and also here, yeah. In general, in weekly chart, you will see in very strong moves. For example, in this case, in 2015, yeah, from the volatility contraction here to the expansion above 50, for example, 50 level, we have a major run from this point, yeah, around this point, around 80%, 90% in weekly chart. From here, the next one here, yeah, to the expansion phase around here, around 76%. And this one, it was 2018, remember, it was a crash where Bitcoin crashed around 50-60%. And here, when in the coronavirus, remember here, Bitcoin was bouncing here, and after that, with the sell signal here, of course, with my system of trading, Bitcoin crashed around 50% in just 1 week or two. And here, massive bounce here from this point and this point that you can see here. So, and you can repeat the same thing. You can repeat the same thing. Volatility is the key if you want to take or you want to catch explosive moves. Okay, guys, I think that's it for today. After this live stream, I'm gonna release this indicator. And well, let me show you recovery of Bitcoin is to the upside in the next 24 hours, 48 hours maximum, because I'm trading 4-hour chart. Okay. Thank you for watching. And see you in the next live stream.